alive. Yo, what is up you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a very exciting video that I've been waiting to put out. Well, mainly been waiting to install on my car some parts. So I'm gonna be breaking this up into about 3 parts. I have motor mounts, transmission mounts, I have rear differential bushings, and I have sleeves for the rear differential subframe. So I'm going to be installing all that. I'm gonna break up the video into 3 parts, but I'm gonna be doing it all in this weekend. So yeah, here's the Z that we're installing it on. And then yeah, so I'm going to show you guys the parts real quick, and in this video we're going to be installing the motor mounts and the transmission mounts. I'm going to be installing it on a car that's already supercharged and already has headers. So I don't know how that's going to work out, and if it's even going to work out. So you guys will know as we get, you know, to that part. But I'm gonna have to remove the bumper, and I'm gonna have to remove those pipes that go into the intake manifold, which is what I'm not looking forward to. I believe that having headers is going to make installing this an easier process, I believe, or harder. I'm not sure yet, because they say that you should install it without headers. That's probably the easiest way to do it. But I'm going to try to install it with aftermarket headers installed on the car. Alright guys, so excuse the mess, but here are my motor mounts. I got polyurethane motor mounts. Here's my transmission mounts, polyurethane as well. Here are my sleeves for my rear differential subframe. These are gonna help stabilize the subframe. This is the kit from Z1 that helps you remove the big bushing in the back with the teardrop that everybody knows that it's notorious for. I got a differential brace. I got sway bars. And then I'm also going to be doing an oil change on my supercharger, my Pro Charger, as well as my car. I got this cool magnetic drain plug that everybody recommends, especially if you're running boost. Oh, and then some more bushings for the rear differential. So rear differential bushings, I got everything here, and I'm ready to install it on the Z. Alright, so I got the bumper off, I got the car jacked up, I got my intake manifold pipe off, so now I can get in there. And I don't know if you guys can see it, but this is my motor mount. Yeah, you guys won't be able to see it, but my motor mount is right under the header, and I have access to it from here. I have some access to it on my driver's side as well. So I'm going to unthread those while having my jack, it jacked up to my motor, so that way it won't like come out. Although I don't think, because the motor is pushing down, that I don't think it's going to come up anyways, but just for preventative measures. So now I'm going to start to install remove and install my motor mounts. Alright, passenger side motor mount out. I have the engine on the jack at the moment. Both nuts are out on top. I'm gonna replace one of these at a time. The tool that I used to get out the nut at the top was, I went to Harbor Freight and I got one of these breaker bars that have 90 teeth, and then I have like 1, 2, 3, 4 extensions and a swivel joint, U-joint with the 14. I used a deep socket on the passenger side, and then I used a regular socket on the driver's side. Now again, this is, so you can see the aftermarket headers in there. I don't know if that's going to work with stock headers. If you have stock headers, you might need to just get new headers and do it all at once with one headers and then motor mounts. It'll be a lot easier than what I'm going through. Headers is not an easy job, but it'll make the motor mount job a lot easier. I still have to maybe jack up the engine a little more for the driver's side. I'm trying to be careful with it at the moment because I just hear things like creaking. I don't want to break anything. I don't want to rip any wires right now. You know, my car was running before I started this project, and I want it to run when I'm done with this project. So I'm gonna install the passenger side motor mount. I'm gonna use Loctite. I'm gonna torque it, and then I'll do the driver's side, and then I'll let you guys know when I get that out. And Randy Gonzalez asked me if I found the noise that I was hearing, like the clunking noise, and yes, I found the clunking noise. So if you can see, this is my Pro Charger. I took off the piping. Now if you look under it, I don't know if you can see, but there's some gash marks on the Pro Charger. Now I've already gone ahead and chopped more of the frame off the car, which this is why some people prefer not to go Pro Charge, or with this kit there are other supercharger kits that require you to not cut the frame of the car. So if you are looking to get this is like how much I cut even more. I'm getting ready to paint it so that way I can prevent rust, and I'm getting ready to put some high temp JB weld on those gashes on my Pro Charger to see if I can like prevent it from getting even bigger. But with the new motor mounts and the motor not moving and trimming more off the frame off where it was, because I saw where it was shiny, but I went ahead and already trimmed all that. So this should 100% officially get rid of all the clunking noise that I was hearing, and I'm super happy about it. Just not really happy that I had to cut more of the frame and I kind of put a hole in it. But I'm going to paint it, and then I'm going to put the motor mounts, and then I'm going to work on the transmission mount. Alright, now I got my motor mount installed. I'm only going to show the passenger side because it's a lot easier to show. So here's my motor mount. You torque the top to 38 foot-pounds and the bottom to 68 foot-pounds, and so they're both installed. And for those interested in seeing what I did over here, there's my, you can see I put a little bit of paint up there so that I could prevent rust, and then you can see that now there's a lot of clearance. There's a lot of clearance now for sure. There should be no rubbing, and with the motor mounts there should be less bouncing of the engine, so it should not mess it up. So the only one way to find out is finishing this project. Alright, so I started by supporting my transmission with my jack. I have a little piece of wood so that way it can be level. I'm gonna start by taking off this brace for the transmission. It looks like it's 2 bolts on each side, which is 4, plus the 2 bolts inside, which is for your transmission mount. I'm gonna take this off, and then I'll show you what it looks like with this brace off. Alright, so I got the brace off. They were all 14s. The 2 holding the transmission mount are also 14s. And as you can see, with my left hand, which is not my dominant hand, I can move this mount a ton. The motor mounts I wasn't able to move a whole lot, but the transmission mount I am. Now I'll do a comparison with the new one. There will be a little bit of play, but I don't think that I'd be able to move it as much as I am right now. Alright, so I'm gonna take this down. Alright, I got the Z1 transmission mount on, and like I said before, I cannot move this at all. And this is with my right hand. So I'm about to torque these. These 2 bolts get torqued to 36 foot-pound, along with every single other bolt that goes to the cross member that pretty much holds this together. Everything gets torqued to 36 foot-pound. So I'm gonna torque these 2, and then I'm gonna put the brace, and I'm gonna torque all those to 36 foot-pound. Alright, so that's gonna pretty much conclude with the motor mount and the transmission mount install and removal install-ish. So you could do it with aftermarket headers. The headers that I run are ISR, they're for 350Z. The transmission mount was pretty much, I did that in like less than 30 minutes with filming. It's probably going to be the easiest install for this weekend. Next, I'm going to be doing my sway bars and my differential bushings and sleeves for the rear subframe. So I'm going to be on the lookout for those videos. I'm going to do a sway bar video, and then I'm going to do a differential bushing video. They're not going to be necessarily like how-tos, but you know, I'll kind of like show you guys the process, and then I'm going to do a, you know, I'll let you guys know on how everything feels. I do have like 648 horsepower with ethanol and then like 594 with pump, so I do kind of want to see where, like, or how everything feels with that amount of power, because realistically I should have probably done these mods before I chased more horsepower. So stay tuned, and if you guys like this video, please like and subscribe. I got a lot more videos coming. I got sway bars, I got differential bushings, and then I have a cosmetic mod that is coming for the car. I won't be saying what it is, but I'm just gonna put the video out there when the part comes, which is gonna be coming soon. So keep a lookout for that.